Namaskaram. My name is S. Ashok Kumar. Welcome to my channel. In this part, I am going to start a new chapter from human physiology, that is a chemical coordination and integration. Okay? So actually in our body, so many biological functions, so many biochemical functions are there. So as we know, each and every biological function, each and every biochemical function, each and every biochemical reaction should be under regulation. So that is why this regulation, that is a control and coordination in our body, achieved through two coordinated systems. One is a nervous system and endocrine system. Before going to tell details about the endocrine system, first I will compare between the nervous system and endocrine system. So comparison between nervous system and endocrine system. Little bit comparison. The first one is like, what is actually mediator? Mediator. What is the meaning of mediator? You know, how that system is communicating with body cells. What is the language by which that particular system is communicating? That is called as a mediator. So if you take the nervous system is coordinated through, mediator is neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitter is a mediator or the language through which the nervous system is coordinating in our body. If you take the endocrine system is coordinating through hormones. Okay? The next point related to the mediator, the next one, what is the mode of action? Mode of action of the mediator. What it mean, you know? For example, if you take one neuron, okay? This is another neuron, okay? This is a dendrite, this is a neuron. This neurotransmitter releases the neurotransmitter at the junction. This neurotransmitter, this is a neurotransmitter originated from this neuron. This neurotransmitter immediately go and act on the next nearest target, that is the next neuron. That means the target for the neurotransmitter is very close to the origin. This particular activity is called paracrine activity. What is the paracrine activity? The target is near to the origin of that particular neurotransmitter. But what about the hormones? Once the specific endocrine gland releases the hormone directly into the blood, through the blood it will circulate. Long distance it will circulate, finally reaches to the target tissue. There it will act. That means the target tissue or the target organ is far from the origin of the chemical. That action is called as a endocrine action. Endocrine, neurotransmitter shows the paracrine activity, hormone shows the endocrine activity. Next one is that onset of action. As we know, what is a paracrine activity means? The target is very close to the origin of the neurotransmitter. That is why, because the target is very close to the origin, that immediately act. That is why this is a immediate. There is no need of much time to act. There is no need of much time to show its function. But in case of hormones, they have to travel through the blood. That is why it requires a time. Time is needed to show the action of the hormones. The next one is that duration of effect. Duration of effect. This neurotransmitter's effect is very fast. Very fast. In case of hormones, it is a slow. Once they shows their function, that effect remains in our body for the duration of the time. But in case of neurotransmitter, once it shows the effect, immediately that effect is recovered from the next neurotransmitter effect. The next one is the targets. And that particular system is controlling what? Targets. Nervous system, one neuron controls the next neuron function. Okay? Neuron, that is a nervous system, can control the glands. Nervous system can control the muscles, muscular functions. What are the target for endocrine system means all the cells. That means what? All the cells. That means in our body how many number of cells are there, you can easily understand. All the cells in our body, their biochemical functions, physiological functions are regulated or controlled by the endocrine system through the mediator or through the language, that is nothing but hormone. This is a little bit comparison between the nervous system and endocrine system. After comparison between the nervous system and endocrine system, now I am going close to the endocrine system because our topic related to the chemical coordination. These glands based on the cellular organization, what is the basis? Based on the cellular organization, these are of two types, like unicellular glands. Unicellular glands, and a single cell can act as a gland. Example for that one, goblet cells. As we know, these goblet cells releases the mucus. The next category is the multicellular glands. Multicellular glands. These multicellular glands again are of three types. Multicellular glands are of three types. Those include, the first one is exocrine glands. Exocrine gland. Exocrine glands also called as a duct glands. Duct glands. Why they are called as these exocrine glands means what? Their chemicals. I am not telling hormones or enzymes, I am not telling. Gland, either unicellular or multicellular, responsible for releasing of its own chemicals. This exocrine gland means its chemicals released either out of the body or into the body cavities. How they are releasing out of the body or into the body cavity? Through ducts. That is why exocrine glands also called as a duct glands. Example for these duct glands, as we know, sweat glands, sebaceous glands. These are belongs to exocrine glands. Next, coming to the endocrine. Endocrine glands also called as a ductless glands. Why they are called as a ductless gland? These endocrine glands releases the chemicals. Now you can call it as a hormones. These endocrine glands releases the chemicals directly into the blood without any debt. Why they release it directly into the blood? Because the target is far from the origin. That is why these chemicals should pass, they want to reach the target means they should pass through the blood. That is why directly they releases the chemicals into the blood. That is why they are called as a ductless. You can take, our topic is related to these endocrine glands only. Example for that one, you can take any gland, adrenal gland. Okay. The next one, for the exam point of view, that is the important thing is that myxocrine gland. Myxocrine or heterocrine or composite gland. Composite gland. That means what? This myxocrine gland means this gland consists of both exocrine and endocrine cells. That is why these are called as a myxocrine or heterocrine or composite. Composite means somewhat complex. So, good example to remember this myxocrine or heterocrine gland is a pancreas. This is a, for the NEET exam point of view, this is a important. That is why based on the cellular organization, two types, unicellular and multicellular. Multicellular exocrine, endocrine and mixocrine. After that, I am going to define what is the hormone. Actually, hormones are primary intercellular chemical messengers. Chemical messengers. This point is enough. When I said itself, hormones are the primary chemical messenger. Definitely you can understand when I used hormones are primary chemical messengers means definitely there is a presence of secondary chemical messengers. Na? That I will tell you. Okay, Nanda? Next parts. So hormones are the primary chemical messengers. Okay. They are intercellular. Why they are calling as intercellular? Because secondary messengers are intracellular. That put one side. Why they are calling as intercellular? Because that hormone is produced by specific endocrine gland into the blood. Then these hormones carry information, finally reaches to the target tissue. There it is conveying that information to the targeted tissue. That means this is released by particular cell and it go and act on the different cell. That is why between the cell it is acting. That is why this between the cells nothing but intercellular. So primary intercellular chemical messengers. What is importance of messenger? You know that hormones responsible for to carry information about specific biological function. Specific biological function means hormones are just carriers of information about the biological function. They cannot carry, they cannot do the biological function. Then who will do the biological function? Doing by the enzymes. That is why hormones will not do the biological function. Just they carry the information about the particular biological function. Once passes and finally reaches to the target tissue. What is the meaning of target tissue? No? The tissue having the receptor, specific receptor corresponding to the particular hormone. So that particular tissue is having the receptors for the particular hormone. It is called as a target tissue. Once the hormone reaches particular target tissue, then it convey the information. Convey information to target tissue. How it will convey that one? By binding to specific receptors. Specific receptor. These specific receptors associated with the target tissue. That is why what is the definition you need to remember? Hormones are the primary intercellular chemical messengers produced by specific endocrine gland. They are responsible for carrying the information about the particular biological function, convey that function to the target tissue by binding with the specific receptors. This definition is very, very important, especially the first point. These are the primary intercellular chemical messengers. The next point related to the name hormone. The name hormone was given by scientist Baylis. The next important point is the first hormone. First hormone discovered, that is a secretin. This is secretin, the hormone produced by the small intestine, that is discovered by scientists Baylis and Starling. This is I introduced this topic. This is a chemical control and coordination. In this introduction, I compared between the nervous system and endocrine system. Then I explained about the different types of glands and explained about the definition of the hormone. Next, in the next part, I am going to tell about the different endocrine glands in our body. Then what are the hormones released by these glands. Till now, if you understand this concept, please like and share this video to your friends. So subscribe our channel. If you have any doubt about the chapter for the NEET exam or board exam, definitely you can comment below. Definitely I will respond to you. Thank you.